Hi there, these comments are for 0966, and I'm getting ready to listen to your integrated speaking practice test for level 6 TOEFL class. All right, let's listen to the whole thing one time. I won't make any comments at all. Then the second time I listen to it, I will make some comments.
Listening state 2 examples that how advertising. The reading and listening state 2 examples that how advertising influence people's behavior. The reading asserts the advertising influences people's behavior because advertising invades our TV and radio. The listening explains the advertising let citizens know a politician by 30 seconds. Billboards and radio are other way to influence people voting. The listening describes another effect of advertising. For instance, consumers may buy a brand of toothpaste. Since he saw this toothpaste advertising, the listening emphasized that advertising may be good or not, but above all, it is important for you and I more aware of how it works.
I would say it's important for consumers, not you. You don't want to put personal pronouns in summaries like this. You want to focus on
conclusion
from the third person.
The reading and listening admits that advertising has political and economically affect people's lives.
All right, let's listen to it one more.
Reading and listening state 2 examples that how advertising influence people's behavior. The reading.
I'll say they explain two effects. They talk about the political and economic effects of advertising on people's behavior.
Assert the advertising influences people's behavior because advertising invades our TV and radio.
Advertising what? I got to go back here. Let me see what you just said.
Because advertising invades our TV and radio.
I'm not sure what you're saying there at about 13 to 15 seconds, so that's an intelligibility problem.
The listening explains the advertising.
Now, I wouldn't get into the listening passage. Fully discuss the reading. Talk about the reading first, and then move to the listening.
Let citizens know a politician by 30 seconds. Billboards and radio.
No, you want to say billboards. But you didn't completely say the other thing is sometimes TV and radio ads play these 30-second spots to tell people how to vote for a particular candidate. So you didn't completely and accurately explain that information.
Other way to influence people voting. The listening describes another effect of advertising. For instance, consumers may buy a.
But you're not stating what it is. So the listening passage discusses another form or another effect on people's behavior, which is economic effects. So you need to say that right there. That's important because that helps frame what's happening in the rest of your
brand of toothpaste. Since he saw this toothpaste advertising,
since a consumer. Yeah, I would say consumer there or a customer or somebody buying something. So you don't want to use he the first time you bring up an idea like that. You need to use a more specific noun there to explain that idea.
Listening emphasizes that advertising may be good or not, but above all, it is important for you and I more.
It's important for consumers
aware of how
to become more aware
it works. In conclusion, the reading and listening admits that advertising has political and economically affect people's lives.
It has political and economic effects on people's lives. Okay, so I think I have enough here. So, the next question is, what is your score and why? That's what I want to figure out right now. You got considerable delivery issues, no doubt. You have some problems with language use, as I pointed out, and topic development. You can probably improve some of the connection of your ideas in certain parts of your response, right? So here, I'm going to put you at 2.1. 2.1 out of 4. or 17 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Right? So let's take a look at, I think one of your biggest issues is intelligibility or not speaking very clearly. So A, do nothing, or B, follow this suggestion here. I really think this is a good idea for you. I know that you're busy, you have a lot of stuff going on, you may or may not have enough time to do it, but if you don't, you will not be speaking clearly in your graduate classes and you're going to have a lot of trouble. So my first piece of advice is to take the pronunciation pretest for vowel and consonant sounds. I'll recommend certain lessons that you should study. You study those lessons. When you're done, take my second pretest, this time focusing on syllable division, grammatical word endings, word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, thought groups, and blending. In other words, you should be spending a lot of time in the pronunciation area of my course. So that's probably my biggest suggestion for you right now. You also have some grammar and some topic development issues, but I think the delivery and the pronunciation thing is more of a priority right now for you. All right, so you got 17 points out of 30, 2.1 out of 6. Looking at the rubrics here, I'm going to give you a score of 75% on this practice test.